Look back to the 1930s. There was real concern throughout corporate America that the United States might fall to a communist government. Now, I think in the U.S., following peak oil, there likewise will probably be considerable social unrest. And I think the Patriot Act is a way of preemptively dealing with that unrest.
This is a pattern that goes back many, many, many decades. And the involvement of military intelligence, the involvement of the CIA and these organizations within the borders of the United States is something that is amply documented in scholarly work, and you don't have to be a radical to observe it.
The U.S. leaders are putting in place an infrastructure whereby they will be able to deal with that unrest and at the same time channel it towards scapegoats on the other side of the world. I'm sure that we'll be told that the reason we don't have enough oil is that there are evil people somewhere who are keeping it from us, who have perhaps attacked oil rigs or sunk tankers or battleships in the Persian Gulf or something like that, and therefore, we just have to go over there and deal with that problem. And once we've done that, of course, the American way of life can continue as it was before. Of course, that's a lie. The American way of life is effectively finished. It can't continue past the time of peak oil. Everything must change to adapt to the reality of a much lower energy world. But that's not the kind of message that Americans are going to want to hear. And so I think that there's a very high possibility of the United States becoming a kind of fascistic sort of regime. And I desperately hate to see that happen. But if one just looks at the signs on the horizon, they all point in that direction.
When you see Bush defend his Iraq policy, you will see that he does not use Iraq arguments in terms of closing the deal. When it comes to the heart of the matter, he uses 9/11 arguments. If he's asked, why did 2,000 people have to die in Iraq for no reason? The answer is 9/11, the lessons of 9/11. I know it's hard, but these are the lessons of 9/11. With that kind of demagogy, he's able to keep a hard core of 30 to 35% of the American public. With 30 to 35%, he will be able to stay in office and wage war indefinitely. He'll be able to go for a wider war. He can manufacture new 9/11s to firm up that base. He and Cheney can provoke incidents that will lead to war with Iran, with Syria, with Venezuela, with North Korea. There's no limit to this. It has no bounds. The only way to begin to attrit and to erode and to break up his 30 to 35% base is to begin dismantling the myth of September 11th.
Because without accurate information, without an accurate understanding of the world, you cannot have a functional democracy. If people don't know what's going on, and if people don't understand what their leaders are doing, there's no democracy.
This is the biggest problem, because as long as the American people are so susceptible to propaganda through the television and the mass media, I really can't see how they will get themselves out of the predicament that they're in.
Denial is actually, it's the default condition. We all live in it continually, and it takes a deliberate effort to stick your head up above that state of denial and catch a breath of fresh air and really see what's going on.